So here's the deal. Last night, I lost for a third straight day. Yep, had the Houston Astros. One of my go-to guys, Justin Verlander, who's made me a fortune over the past couple of years, actually lost a game. His first in 7 starts since the Astros acquired him from Detroit against the LA Angels. Had him on the run line, minus $1.25. So for the second time in the past 9.5 weeks, I have suffered a 3-day losing streak. Now, of course, the last time this happened was about 2 weeks ago. And what did I do? The next 7 days, I won 6 out of 7 days, and they were all raised to bar 20 dime releases. And I'm coming back with another one tonight because there's a baseball game I absolutely love. Because you know, a little losing streak, but the way I've won in baseball and made you and myself a boatload of bucks on the diamond over the past 2.5 months is not going to shake my confidence. And a little losing streak does not allow self-doubt to creep into my mind. And that's the one thing that you have to avoid, because you're going to lose. That's just the fact of life. There's no guarantees in gambling, except that you're going to lose. And sometimes you're going to lose more than one day. You're going to lose multiple days. You might even lose multiple weeks. But you can't let that erode your confidence. And you can't, when you have that losing streak, change the way you do things. You just can't. You got to go and dance with the girl you brought. That's the bottom line. Now, did I go 2-0 with my complimentary plays yesterday? Yeah, damn right well did. Gave you an easy winner with Central Florida all over. Connecticut is the road favorite, and gave you the Boston Red Sox on the run line with the easy win at Chicago. Now, some guys in this business would sit here the next day and they would whine and they would moan and they would say they keyed the wrong games, that they shoulda and coulda and woulda went with one of the 2 plays that one is a complimentary play, and they keyed the wrong game, and they'll cry. I don't play those damn games, and I can't stand the sissies that do. Listen, I pulled the trigger on the Astros and I lost. The 2 plays that I won with were complimentary plays. Listen, they were the 3 plays that I absolutely loved yesterday on the board. I like the Astros more. End of story. The complimentary plays won. Oh well, we move forward. And I've got more complimentary plays tonight. Now, guys that did win yesterday, how about Chuck O'Brien? Nice little roll for Mr. O'Brien, huh? Today, going for winning day number 6 out of 7. Yesterday, the 4th ever 100-dime college football release of his career. He was all over Central Florida. You got it for over half price off. Tonight, 5th ever 100-dime college football play of his career. Colorado State, the Rocky Mountain Showdown in Denver. You get it for over half price off by using coupon code CHUCK. And this after hitting 3 out of 4 100-dime plays in baseball this week as well. And also Chris Jordan, last night, top-rated 1,000-star college football opening game of the year, as he scored with, who was the winner last? It was Minnesota, all over New Mexico State. You got it for over half price off tonight. Top-rated 1,000-star season opening game of the year, part 2, Army and Duke, as he goes for his 3rd straight college football winner to start the season. He also had Wyoming over New Mexico State on Saturday. And again, you get it for over half price off by using coupon code CHRIS. $1 bettors up with a little over $14,000 in college football dating back to the 2015 season. All your other discounts and promo codes are over on the homepage. Let's get to your complimentary plays tonight. In college football tonight, let's consider a teaser. How about a teaser? How about Michigan State and Colorado? Michigan State and Colorado. A 2-team, 6-point teaser. Michigan State is currently 23.5 points at home against Utah State. Colorado is a 7-point favorite in Denver tonight against Colorado State. I like that teaser. Michigan State, I think, will take care of business against Utah State. But the problem with Michigan State is they're not a great offensive team, so why not take that line down 6 points in this one? Now, Michigan State is a veteran team. They've got 19 starters back from last year's 10-1 team. 6-1 straight up at home last year, but they only won those games by an average of 11 points a game. But keep in mind, they were playing in the Big Ten. But they do have, again, 19 starters back, including most of their offensive stars. 4 offensive line starters back, top 3 receivers back, their starting quarterback, their top running back. So they should put points on the board. They have 3 of their 4 starters back in the secondary. Actually, all 4 starters are back, but one of them happens to be injured here tonight. But there are some negative game numbers to be concerned with. They're 2-5 in their last 7 openers against the spread. They're 0-4 the last 3 years, laying 20 or more points. So again, I think taking Michigan State down. Do I think Utah State is any good? Not really. I mean, they have a lot of returning starters as well. They have their starting quarterback, Jordan Love, back. They have a no-huddle attack that averaged a little over 30 points a game a year ago. They have all 5 of their offensive line starters back, but that offensive line gave up 28 sacks a year ago, and they're definitely stepping up in class here tonight. They could not stop the run a year ago. 115th among 130 FBS schools, giving up 216 yards a game. So I think that Michigan State is going to be coming out here tonight. They're going to run the ball nonstop. They're going to control the clock. But I don't think they're going to put enough points on the board to cover a 24-point spread, 23.5, should we say. So instead, I'm willing to take that line down to a more manageable number in that 2-team 6-point teaser. And I'm willing to put them in that teaser with Colorado -7, taking that line down to 1 against Colorado State. Listen, I handicapped that Colorado State-Hawaii game for you perfectly on Saturday. If Colorado State was so pathetic at home, a 15.5-point favorite against Hawaii, Hawaii came in there with that run-and-shoot offense, with a brand-new offensive line, a new offensive system, because they hadn't been running the run-and-shoot the past couple of years, and they just obliterated Colorado State on the Rams' home field in Fort Collins. I mean, that game wasn't even close. The 43-34 final, that was largely attained because Colorado State scored a bunch of points late in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter in that game. It was 23-7 at halftime. It was a 37-7 game in the third quarter. That defense for Colorado State gave up over 600 yards. The Hawaii quarterback in that game, making his first start, Cole McDonald, threw for 418 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also ran for 96 yards and 2 more touchdowns. I think that Steven Montez tonight, the Colorado quarterback, who guided the Buffaloes to a 17-3 win in last year's Rocky Mountain Showdown, should have a pretty damn good game here. You got a Rams team that has lost 8 in a row against the spread going back to last season, is 3-8-1 against the spread in their last 12 games outside of the Mountain West Conference. You've got a Colorado team that has won 3 straight games in this series. You've got Colorado State, their quarterback, who is the University of Washington grad student Carter Samuels, who had that school record 537 yards I talked about in the Week in Review video I did earlier this week. Magnificent game against Hawaii. But keep in mind, 422 of those 537 yards came in the second half when Hawaii was playing prevent defense, when Hawaii was up by 30 points and the game was already out of reach. So what did it matter? I don't see him having that big of a game. So Colorado -1 point over Colorado State, and the fact that the Rams have already played 1 game is inconsequential to me. What is, I think, more important is that the Rams have played Saturday night, now they're playing Friday night, and they weren't any good on Saturday. End of story. So Michigan State, Colorado, take them in a 2-team teaser. I'm one of those guys like Shawn Michaels here at the site. I love teasers. I love teasers, especially in college football. I'm not a fan of exotic teasers. I think they're ridiculous when you play anything more than a 2-teamer. I don't generally play anything more than a normal 2-teamer with 6 points. I'm not into laying the extra juice and playing 7-pointers or anything like that. 2-team 6-point teaser, that's the way I play it in college football tonight. And let's face it, I was on the money last night with Central Florida. I was on the money with my advice that I thought that Minnesota was the way to go. I haven't been wrong with any of my college football advice so far with these first couple of nights of the season. In baseball here tonight, I'm willing to take a shot with the Indians on the run line, -110, laying the 1.5 runs at home with Corey Kluber, although I don't like this as much as the teaser because Corey Kluber is 6-5 with a 4.05 earned run average in his last 13 starts. He has not been the same because of knee problem. He got that knee injected shortly after the All-Star break. He has not pitched well. The other thing you have to be worried about with the Indians is the status of their bullpen because Cody Allen has absolutely been horrible this year. What can I tell you? Kluber, Saturday in a road start against Kansas City, gave up 5 runs, 9 hits, and 5 1/3 innings. Tampa Bay has played well, but I don't like Tyler Glass now. Yes, he has a 3.80 earned run average and 5 starts with the Rays, but I'm still willing to bank on Corey Kluber, who's been exceptional play at home at Progressive Field over the past 2 years, even this year with his struggles. 8-3 and 14 home starts with a 2.24 earned run average. Last year pitching at home, 10-2 with a 1.81 earned run average and 16 home starts. I'm looking for him to rebound, and I like the Indians on the run line, but I do like the college football teaser a little more. And that'll do it. Wish you well. Talk to you again on Saturday.